gotta love VW. If for no other reason than they give us some of the funniest words in the auto business. Like Touareg and Rutan, and this one, the Tiguan. Let's go for a run in their little mini crossover, check what tech there is, and get a flavor for how it drives. Now our Tiguan is a Tiguan S. S is for stripped. All right, not really, but I think it is, because there's not a lot in this car, and more frustratingly, there's not a lot you can option on this car. I never really like it when car makers do that. It's like they're saying, if you can't afford to get a high trim level, you're not good enough to even option the other toys. So be it. So our vehicle, just to get the decks cleared, cannot have navigation, cannot have a rear view camera. I don't think it can have Bluetooth. This is what you get. AM, FM, single CD. I swear it was supposed to have Sirius as well, but I can't find it. That single disc CD player, though, as you can see, does digest MP3 discs that you would burn at home. So that's a nice thing. And we have an auxiliary jack. When all said and done, here's the biggest problem with this stereo system. It sounds like crap. No matter what you do with the bass and the treble, it sounds like you got those $9 cardboard speakers. And I mean $9 for a set of 4. Now, if you really need navigation and a more elaborate audio system in your Tiguan, you've got to look at the SE or the SEL, the higher trim brothers to this one. Now, the other way to go is just to roll your own and stick your own head unit in here that does everything you want. Now, VW describes that as a doubled-in head unit. It looks a little tall to me to be doubled in. Isn't that like doubled in plus an inch? But clearly, you've got a wide, flat space here to work with, so this vehicle is relatively modifiable. Among little 4 cylinders with turbos, we've driven quite a few of them, this one really scoots once you get into it. Maybe it's just the gearing in combination with the boost coming online, but it's kind of a giddy fun time. But again, there's lag coming off of a dead stop. Part of that issue could also be our transmission. We have the optional 6-speed automatic Tiptronic, but there are no paddles, which people often associate with Tiptronic. A 6-speed manual transmission is your base gearbox, and that'll save you over $1,000 if you stay that way. And this is a front-wheel drive car, so we're talking about a pretty lean configuration here. All in, 1926 is your EPA mileage estimate, so that should give you, what, 22 or 3 real world? One last piece of sort of tech I want to show you. Right down here we've got an electric parking brake, which is surprising only in that it's usually found on more expensive, more elaborate cars. But look at this, auto hold. So here I am, I come to a stop, auto hold is engaged, I come off the brake, and the car doesn't creep. So it keeps the brakes on, defeating creep, and it would also be a hill holder for you. And then when you press the gas, it releases it, and off we go. Now, if you're one of those folks that gets all full of angst when you buy a new car because all the options and choices drive you nuts, this could be the car for you. Not a lot of tech options, really none. $25,000, just a little bit under that base for this vehicle, the S Tiguan with the automatic Tiptronic transmission. Delete that, save $1,100, get a 6-speed manual instead, and I think it's a better combination with this motor. So that's kind of the smart way to go. Only other tech option out there is nothing.